The city of Rockford puts its chips on the table for the Hard Rock Casino. Rockford council members approve a more than $100 million loan for the casino's planned expansion. Now, Rockford steps into the hotel and convention business, but WIFR's Nathaniel Langley learns why some worry the city's temporary ownership of Hard Rock's future additions could be a bad bet.
Daniel, I'm not much a gambling man, but I guess Rockford would be considered here a whale, putting out $103 million in bonds for Hard Rock. But some city leaders feel that money should inspire new house rules for the community. An accountant sits on Rockford City Council.
I always like to look at ROIs, return on investment.
Alderman Jaime Salgado applies that perspective to a vote on selling bonds to Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
It's commercial, it's a different animal. I understand that there's some risk and opportunities there.
On Monday, Salgado is one of 11 council members who approved the city's $103 million bonds to fund Hard Rock's hotel and convention center expansion.
And what the return on investment is going to be is the additional gambling revenue that's going to come out of it, and more jobs.
What ultimately protection do we have, period, to get our money back?
Alderman Frank Beach is the lone vote against the proposal.
My concern again is the fact that we end up owning it.
Under the plan, Rockford would own the expansion until Hard Rock pays off a buyout requirement in 7 to 10 years.
I need to be very thoughtful in terms of whether this is a right course of action for the city to take.
Overarching, it was a fairly easy vote.
Mayor Tom McNamara says a hotel and convention space could boost the city's guaranteed $7 million from Hard Rock.
It's a great avenue for the city of Rockford to increase the amount of revenue that we're getting to attract more residents to our community.
McNamara added the bond sale will take the next 60 days. He guessed an updated development agreement and hotel management deal should return for council votes in about a month.
Now, WIFR reached out to Hard Rock for comment. We have yet to receive a response. The casino previously said the hotel and convention center could open by late 2027.